here.
What's up, cuz? What's popping with you?
What's up, cuz? OCO, how
Hey, hey, estamos. What's going on with you, cuz? What's popping?
yeah. OCO Halito to everybody tuning in. This is a special podcast tonight on Friday. Usually our day is Saturday, 9:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, but I'm gonna pass the talking stick to my cuz. Y'all already know who I am, Christina, RRJXi tips.art. I'm gonna pass the talking stick, cuz. What's up?
What's up? I know y'all see the title for tonight. I know y'all see the title for tonight. and I like to say welcome, L. Lewis, welcome. And everybody else who's here. Um, I don't know if y'all have been paying attention out in the cyber world or the social media world, and you have people that are being called rebels, and they don't know why they're being called rebels. But my thing is this, right? You say you're Aboriginal, cool, fine, dandy. But if you Aboriginal, then why not deal with the tribes and the bloodline that you say that you come from, the tribal nations? And then another thing is that when you do, why you not dealing with your tradition and your culture and your language and your creation story and your migration story?
That's
And
totally
it's okay.
valid.
It's okay to say that you don't know it. It's okay. But when you go to making up things and you have people that's on this wide world web from many walks of life and many people from different tribal nations, and then when you say something about a particular nation that you're from and it's dealing with a certain chiefdom or a certain confederation, and you say something that's contrary to what the traditionalists been knowing, but you coming with something that's modern, that's not gonna fly, yo. That's
Right.
not.
Right. And please let me interrupt. Tell the people what WABOs are so that they can know. Somebody is their first time tuning in. What is a WABO? What is that acronym for?
Well, the acronym is a wanna be Aboriginal. That's what that's supposed to mean, right? Now, if you say you a Abo, which is supposed to be Aboriginal, cool, fine, and dandy. But once again, when you say Aboriginal and you say you're Aboriginal to the Americas, okay, America is North America, Central America, South America, and the adjoining islands. So you wasn't in all those places. So where were you? Where were your people? And if you migrated through these places, then you're supposed to know your migration story and your creation story. But now, since you don't know these things, other people are looking at you. Let me see if I can do my emoji right quick.
They looking at them sideways.
That's that's how it, with these big old eyes of mine. They're doing this, right? They're looking at you sideways. And then you feel it. some type of way because you don't know how to explain yourself because you only say that you are Aboriginal, and that's it. You feel that Aboriginal only constitutes to say that, oh, well, the other is black. Okay, who find the bandit? And that's it. Where were your people?
Right. Cuz, excuse me,
Yo,
you sound a little muffled.
do I? Can you
Yeah,
hear me?
now you sound clear. You said, "Where were your people?" That was the last thing I heard.
Yeah, where were your people? Yo, yeah, you know, what's your language?
Yeah, what's your culture?
What's your culture? You know, you got people in them just figure that just eating cornbread or just eating certain types of food that's only make you an aboriginal. But
That's on
that's just only
100%.
the tip of the iceberg, right?
Right.
You're not doing ceremony. He'll say you're not doing ceremony, right?
Right.
You're not doing ceremony.
Excuse me.
So now I'm telling y'all this because I see what's going on. And y'all figure that y'all being attacked because people asking you, well, what's your creation story? What's your system of way of life? Or what's your so-called religion? Or what did y'all do? And you don't know what to say. So
Right.
now you be on the defensive. Why be on the defensive? If you don't know, say you don't know and go and get it.
Right. Yeah, you got to know your spirituality and your culture of your people.
All right, speaking of migration, do the Creeks, Seminole, Geechee, or the Yvmvse have a migration story going back to Central and South America? What's happening, nephew? Welcome. That's true. That's second to see they don't know.
Peace,
Yeah,
nephew.
don't be scared to say you don't know. Um, when you talk about the Creeks, are you speaking about the creeks in terms to who? Because you have to remember the word creek was actually um, used for many numerous of tribes. When you say creek, you have the invention of the Creek Nation, right? The Yamasi and many other nations in the southeast was known as the Creeks, and you also had the Muskogee that was known as Creeks. So when you say about creeks, you have to be very specific about what you say about the creeks.
Right. But the end part of that question was, do they have what is it says have migration story going back to Central and South America? Can you break that down?
Yeah, we got stories of migrating, going to the south and everything, and coming back up. Yeah, they had migration stories in it. Got my nephew Wale Origins in the building,
Peace, nephew.
and we got something hot cooking up. You heard me? It's in the crock pot. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's the thing. And then another thing is that the Abo and them, they are denying the African slave trade. They're denying that. And
Yeah,
it's like and it's like, why are you denying the African slave trade? But I know where this ideology and thinking comes from. I know where it comes from. I know where it comes from. And that's how I know that they are following one person's ideology, and then that other person grab onto it and spewing it and saying that the transatlantic slave trade didn't happen. It happened in reverse. Now you got a whole lot of parakeets misparakeeting what the other parakeet said. But see, if they was part of a tribal nation, they would have known these things. But see, that's the thing. They just say they're Aboriginal, but yet they didn't say what tribe they're from. You know? And it's like, I don't know why they would actually deny the African Holocaust and trying to put the so-called Aboriginal Holocaust above that, when you had one person say, well, Pa, you had the Pacific slave trade, but yet, little do they know that the same people who were the Portuguese and the Spaniards were the same ones that did the Atlantic slave trade. Right. They feel that it makes them more Aboriginal if they don't have an African, what they call African, within their bloodline. But yet, um, I saw where someone who also goes by that ideology, oh, they got a famous cousin, and um, he spoke about Ghana and Mother Africa is his homeland. But then, yet, on his game show, he said he was ChitoPa. So he just said right there that he got an admixture of African and ChitoPa or Choctaw. You know? Right. They let people convince them that the admixture is bad. When the admixture was a beautiful thing, and it is a beautiful thing. And it still is a beautiful thing today. But see, they don't know what happened dealing with the admixtures. They don't know. They don't know. But if they knew about how you had certain tribes of the Southeast who men was murdered, and you had certain chiefs of them say, like my nephew, Wale Origin said, go get that Mandinka man, go get that Mandy man, go get him and marry that man and have children. But they're gonna say that didn't happen. Well, we got it orally and we have it written by the European account. And the European account matches our oral account. So now you really have to ask the question for these super aboriginals, that say that they don't have no Africans within their bloodline. Well, I'll ask you, what tribe did your people come from? Because if your people in them is from the South Coast and the Southeastern region, that nation had admixtures. And I'm only speaking from the perspective of the Southeast because that's what the podcast is. It's called the Southeastern Talking Stick. So from Virginia, Tennessee, North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, Florida, Alabama, Louisiana, Arkansas, right? Mississippi, right? Come on now. Come on now. Why be ashamed of the admixture? Right, L. Lewis. You're absolutely right. Or maybe, maybe they don't want to acknowledge the African side because they was not Egyptians. But if there was Egyptians, they acknowledge that, right? They acknowledge that if that was Egyptians, they would acknowledge that if that were people from Sudan, they acknowledge that. They acknowledge that people from Kenya or from Uganda, right? But see, and that's another thing. They only think that the transatlantic slave trade only happened with West Africa. Well, it didn't only happen with West Africa because you even had some East Africans that was put in there too. Because if you go read the Virginia slave code, they say they had Egyptians enslaved.
They said what?
Yeah, they even say they had Egyptians enslaved. Right. So when you have those that were uh back then who was with um what the boy called himself? Um God the Lance Brown, who was Lakota, and Edward Brown Bear. And he walked in the red on the red road, you know, and them back then in those groups, and this was way before they started talking about during the final battle. This was just other groups that when it was me, cousin Quincy, Light Brown, cousin JW, we was in there and they was saying, oh, y'all was West Africans, y'all this, y'all that, and all that. We're like, well, prove it. We're not saying that we didn't have admixtures. You know, we know we had admixtures. So for you to say go back to Africa, but yet our matrilineal side was from over here. But they forgot traditional tribal ways. If an African man was to have a child with an indigenous woman from the southeast, then you know that you are what your mother is. But you still give credence to the father, but you of your mother's clan. Right. And I was sent the video to where um it was on another social media, on another podcast, and they had another guy. He was trying to explain himself with his family and everything else, and I'm just listening. And so the gentleman asked him and said, well, you don't have no Africans in your family? He said, well, from what I recall, only thing I can find, everybody was Indians and stuff. So the guy said, so you don't have no admixtures, you a straight aboriginal. He said, well, I haven't found no Africans yet. But the thing is, are you gonna even let people know that you have Africans in your family if you do find it?
Right, right. And I feel that because I've done extensive research. I've found Spanish, French, the other admixtures, but I haven't found African admixtures. I know that my family on my mother's side is Creole, and of course, some African, probably Haitian is mixed in there, but I haven't found any records that tells me what African tribe, that way that I can tap into their spirituality and culture. The only things that are documented are the indigenous tribes. I can find that. That's plain as day. I can find that and tap into that spirituality and culture. So, but that's me. I'm not operating as they are. So I just had to put that disclaimer out
But
there.
even but
Operating
even but even with that, when you say Creole,
Mhm.
that's dealing with synagogue,
Okay. Okay. Well, there's
especially
other words
especially.
besides Creole. You have Creole, Criollos. Criollos is the Spanish version. Creole is the French version. Then you have mestizo, metis. What other derivatives? It just means an admixture. So I recognize that, but I'm speaking for me. I can't speak about those other people that don't recognize their admixtures.
But check this out though. See, and this is why I like J.A. Rogers' book that's called Nature Knows No Color Line, because you have a Spaniard and then you have the Spanish, okay, and you have the French. What people don't fail to realize is that you had niggas in France, you had niggas in Spain,
Right.
right? You had niggas in Germany. You
Mhm.
had niggas in Austria. You had niggas in Britain. That's why you had the book by David McRitchie called Ancient and Modern Brits, right?
Right.
Because you had the Brits that was niggas and the British, and it was offshoot, which was the pale skinned children. Then you have the Danes, who was niggas, and they offshoot, their children was Danish, right? So, once again, when you talk about Creole and Creola, that comes, you can even find that word that's dealing with Senegalese. You
Mhm.
can find it also in Nigeria. You also can find it
Hey,
in the West Coast,
Haiti.
right?
Yeah.
Because that's why when we was breaking down, when it was talking about the Gullah, all right, which it wasn't even much the Gullah, it was actually the people over there called the Kizzies. All right, the Kizzies and them spoke Creole.
It just means a mixed up language, basically, at the end of the day. Because
Yeah,
Haitians, they speak a mixed up language, and they spell it what, Kreyol, Creole. So it's just a mixture of languages.
Cajuns and Creole is not the same thing.
Right. It's two different things.
There's
And
two different
uh
things.
we having a watch block party. We gonna see if motherfuckers act right tonight.
But um, but another thing is they they is actually skating around the fact that there was a transatlantic slave trade.
Yeah, Indian slave trade and a transatlantic slave trade.
And then another thing that the Aboriginals are saying, that because they all on TikTok, they all on Instagram, they all on Twitter, they're saying that America is the first Egypt and that the Mississippi is the Nile. and that the Creeks are the Greeks.
What?
Yeah,
That's their terminology, huh? They made that shit up.
that's what they're saying.
Mm.
And see, Turtle West said that the five civilized tribes on slaves was wrong with the history. First of all, when you talk about the five civilized tribes, they didn't become civilized until they got to Oklahoma,
Eh,
and that was the white sticks. That was the white sticks. The red sticks didn't own slaves. The red sticks didn't own slaves.
And the
See,
red sticks are the warriors that fought for freedom versus the white sticks that bow down. Is that correct? For the
right,
people. All right.
right, right, right. See, because when he said that, oh, the five civilized tribes own slaves, well, that's what the Pan Africans said, but the Pan Africans don't know no better because they don't know about the red sticks and the white sticks. They don't know about the red sticks or the white sticks. But yet, it's funny that they don't even know this. Right, right. Yeah, the Lenape was the first ones to be considered as civilized. That's why certain people get up there and talk about how they was the federal recognized.
Right. And where did they come from?
They came across the Bering Strait from Siberia.
You say that again? They came from where?
They came from across the Bering Strait,
Okay.
passing through Siberia and Asia. Because they was the first ones to be federally recognized, them and the Iroquois, right? They wasn't recognizing the southern tribes of the southeast. They wasn't dealing with that. We sure didn't come across no Bering Strait. You forgot in your own book, y'all said that the mound builders was already here when y'all crossed the Bering Strait. So y'all found us here. Y'all found us here. Y'all found us here, my boy.
Yeah, we got any screens to share, cuz what's up?
See, and that's where all this is coming from too. You know what I'm saying? But we got something for that ass though. We got something for that ass. Just stick around, baby. We got something for that ass. Yeah, yeah. The Iroquois, the Lenape, all of them there was friendly Indians. They were friendly Indians.
The friendly versus the hostile, and some, they say, oh,
Yeah,
they're hostile.
yeah. See, I wasn't even much gonna go there tonight, but since he wanna come out here and do that, I just had to pull it out. Hold on one moment. Hold
Right. Oh, once again, we thank y'all for tuning in. We appreciate y'all for sharing a little bit of time with us. Yeah, this is an interesting topic about the WABOs. They so quick to call people WABOs. Like nobody, like, if you know your heritage, you know your bloodline, you know your oral tradition stories, you don't have to want to be anything else but what the fuck you are. So I don't understand that whole WABO thing, because we could flip it around to those that came from the Bering Straits and other parts of the seven continents. So other people came to the Americas that aren't originally from the Americas. So that just kind of like,
Now
pisses.
look, he said,
Okay.
look, I had to go get this right. I had to go get this right. Old school. He Now he just called us WA.B.Os, right?
Mhm.
But that's
Oh, he
funny.
came from the Bering Strait, so he
That,
he must
that,
be a WABO then, right?
hold on, wait. Not only that, right? Um, we got a little intel on you, bruh. We got a little intel on you. Yeah,
Let me
yeah,
get
we
my
got a
time.
little intel on you. You know, and you already opened up yourself on the Sinetta show. You opened up yourself already. And so, with that being said, bruh, that's why you get upset when go let up. You get upset when they mention about how the Southeastern Indians look. You get upset because you don't fit that description, my boy. You don't fit that description. So who's really a wannabe? Right? Don't do it to yourself, young man. But you like in your 30s or something? You even much haven't lived that long. You haven't even much lived that long, my boy. But all that information you sent me, you know that's gonna cut your own throat, right? You know that's gonna cut your own throat. I'm letting you know that now. See, I wasn't even much gonna go there talking about the Lenape. But since you want to talk about how people wear bows and people not federal recognized, you just happy because you got a little federal recognition, my boy? That what makes you Indian? I thought it was supposed to be your blood.
Yes, your blood. That's the
What's the
requirement.
that makes you Indian? So it's the federal government that says that you're an Indian because you federally recognized, but yet they can turn around and take that federal recognition from you. Hold on, wait. Better yet, let's do this, right? Did not your family, who is of the Turkey clan and of the, what's the other clan y'all got? Wolf, try to write the Turtle clan out, dealing with the Rock family? My people never wrote out their family. We kept ours. So you want to really air out dirty laundry? We can do that. So your side of the family was the with the Americans. With Turtle family of New York, family was with the British. Well, who was the British? The British was trying to protect the 1765 or the 1768 Royal Proclamation to keep y'all from going over the Allegheny Mountains. So y'all been working with the government.
The thing is, as I must say right now, you are wasting energy coming to our channel to quote unquote challenge us. I have so much to say. It ain't pretty right now. So I'm gonna pass the talking stick, cuz what's up?
Yeah, he wasn't trying to be a regulator. Guess what? This the right motherfucking place to come at, my boy. Because number one, like I told you in the inbox, I'm not a wobble and I'm not an abo. I'm Yati Yamasi Kawatali Portocalago. So you never heard none of them do that. Now, you had the right because to go at old girl because she said that she was of the Algonquin speakers. My people are not Algonquin speakers. You the grandfather of their nation, not mine.
Yeah. Yeah. And I already put that disclaimer out about me and mine. I already told y'all my family is Creole and in various indigenous tribes. So I know who my bloodline is. Do you?
So, with that being said, young man, why you think Turtle Gang NY told you to leave me and my people alone? But no, you just couldn't stop. You was told 4 times. You was told 4 times. And then you had the audacity to talk about I and my chief. You done bumped your head, boy. But I know you don't know my chief, so I let that slide. But you know what? You done, like I said, you been gave yourself enough rope to hang yourself. And I hope NY don't be hit by no friendly fire. Because
Right.
these fire arrows that's coming for your ass, boy, you go feel every last bit of it. You go wish you never did came at ChitoPa.
Because there has to be a deficit within him that he trolls to attack people. What is the deficit?
That's the wrong thing to troll because obviously he never read the book of the Three Billy Goat Gruff and what happened to the troll where he got his ass knocked in that fucking water. Right, nephew. Right. See, I'm not the ones that you can go on Sinetta and trying to bully. No, 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 no. We not gonna do that here, my boy.
Right. And not
I know
even
who I am. I know who I am. What's going on, Mike David? We was actually um speaking on about why they calling people WAB.Os because the people in them don't know their culture and their heritage and their language and their ceremonies. But yet they go and talk about everything else. But when people ask them about the creation story and all that there, then they wind up not knowing and then they go and make something off the top of their head off the whim. And then you have people that's of those nations that they claim checking them on it. And then they get upset behind it. Right. Follow my nephew Wale Origins and my cousin Hoseola and my cousin, the Museum of the So-Called Negro Indians Antiquities. See, this is a battle that's been going on for thousands of years. For thousands of years, and he's still trying to carry it out. And he's doing the same thing that the Pan-Africans are doing. Doing the same thing. The brother was on there and saying that the Africans was called black and the Indians was called black. And then they had one dude that's supposed to be a historian saying, no, that's not true. Well, hell, the fuck it ain't. Then, well, why you had the Negro the Guinea and the Negro of the Terra then? See, they forgot about that. Right. But yet, he trying to say, "Oh, I got black in my family too. I got black in my family too." He's just trying to do that to trying to cover up the malice that he has towards those that look like me and a little bit darker than I, to say that we are not who we are. See, he don't know about the Southeast because he's not from the Southeast. Because he made a comment in the DM talking about we in the South is slow. And I asked him, well, where you from? He said he's from the North. So he tried to throw shots. But we gonna show you. We gonna show you, my boy. Because it's not only going to put you on the hot seat, it's going to put the federal government on the hot seat. It's going to put the BIA on the hot seat. And everybody else that's dealing with them, because y'all just hung yourself. Because just like one person said on that show about you, he said that you were subhuman. See, I'm not going to go there and call you a subhuman. I'm not going to do you that. I'm not going to do you that at all. But he did it to you. He said you just all mixed up. So, by y'all being in the ice, y'all was the ice people. Y'all was the ice people. But then y'all was trying to come down to the south with that bull crap, and we caught y'all down there by Coweta. Or Quarita, right? You won't play? You won't play? Be the pitcher and I be standing on the mound and I'm gonna knock that bitch out every 9 rounds. You heard me? Every 9th inning, knock it out the park. Hit it out the park. Bow! Every 9th inning. Home run. Home run. I told you, this is not what you want. And then you had the audacity to say you want to debate me. You're not even much on my level, young man. You're not. I know that for sure. That's what he don't understand. That's what he don't understand. See, you can't go around and call everybody a webo. You can't go around calling everybody a webo, especially me. I know who I be. I know who I be. Ani yati. Ani. Right? And then I know you was kind of special because when I told you you can stop inboxing me, you got upset and you cussed me out. And then you blocked me. And then you opened it back up and you started sending me more information. That let me know that you chemically imbalanced. That let me know that you have some kind of deficiency, young man. Or either that or you're on meth or you're on some kind of substance. Because allegedly, that's what it looked like. Allegedly.
Pretty much. It's really evident. Yes, I even have Melungeon bloodlines too.
So, with that being said, young man, don't come over here poking. It, it don't make no sense. Only thing that you're gonna do is open up old wounds from 1,000 years. That's the only thing you gonna do, and it ain't gonna be pretty once you open up.
Oh, this.
I might wind up losing friendship behind it because I'm talking about your family, your nation. But if it is, so be it.
Well, you know what? He here. Let's go. Let go. Let go. Let's go because this is the
So
thing. He keep on coming on here, so let him have it.
yeah. So for those who call themselves Aboriginals, get yourself right and get your culture, get your heritage, get your ceremony, get your language to where you won't feel offended when somebody call you a rebel, and then you can actually do what I just done.
Yeah, because when you know who you are, that Wabo shit is some bullshit. Really,
Right.
they're projecting. Really, he's projecting.
Oh yeah, he projecting hard. He just like the white screen. He can project. Well, I give him some color. You get it? The projection screen. So I give him some light. You can see the movie. You know what I'm saying? That's what he wants, so that's what he shall get. You ask, so ye shall receive. But see, that's the he want the uki. So therefore, I'll pour it out for him. And it
Yes.
ain't no hate. Like I said, I'm gonna spank that ass in love. Cause that's all that I can do. I gotta
Yeah.
spank it in love.
Right.
Cause when you
We
know
know
better,
who
you
we
do
were.
better. Cause every time when he sent me something, I told him, I said, why are you worrying about what them people are saying? Let them have their little circus. Let them
Let them have
do
what?
their entertainment. Let them do their entertainment. What that have to do with you? You trying to regulate everything, and you trying to say, oh, because you're not federally recognized, you're not a nation. Well, hold on. Were not people nations before the colonizers even came? Even the ones that y'all put the crosses on the boats? Were y'all not a nation when y'all did that shit?
Yeah, it's over 500 tribes. Everybody ain't
When
quote
y'all
unquote
say,
really
when y'all
recognized.
say that the pale face was your friends, and it was good Christians. Don't try to regulate in the South, homie. We don't do that, my boy. That's just not what we're gonna do.
Right. Even he said he had admixtures on Sonnetter.
Yes, he did.
Yeah, that's what he said. So, or I mean, what?
But I guess the other side bleached it out. Because he wouldn't be acting like that. He wouldn't be acting like that if it wasn't bleached out. I mean, I'm just saying. I mean, that's the way he act. He act like it's bleached out, you know? So, I mean, like, come on.
Right. He really don't want to come over here because we got that indigenous and we got that Creole mixture. He really don't. He really
Well, that
don't want no
motherfucker ain't
funk.
on no fire water tonight because he really would have got it.
He don't want no funk. Not with my medicine over here and your medicine together. Shit. He need
Yeah,
to bow out
yeah,
gracefully. Go on and
yeah,
bow out.
yeah. That's what happened when he walked in the bear's den. Oh boy. You know, we didn't ask the federal government for nothing. We're not asking the state for nothing. You the one that feel so privileged and high and mighty because you got a federal recognition. And then by the looks of it, did you see the debate last night? That's who you proud of getting a recognition from? Like from Joe Biden and them? Joe, oh sleeping Joe, he didn't know what he was talking about. Donald Trump said he don't even know what he's talking about. And that's who you proud to have a federal recognition from? Boy, you need your ass slapped. oh, oh my God. That's funny. That's funny. Oh my God. And I guess why you'd be federally recognized because y'all was not at amity with the government. That's why you federally recognized, my boy. That's the reason why y'all federally recognized because y'all not in amity. What's happening, cousin L? When you hear names of the Wale and the Yvmvse and the Timucua and the Tequista, they had to say that these nations had to be extinct. You know why? You know why they say that we was extinct? Because we was giving them hell. Oh, the Yvmvse extinct because we destroyed them in 1718. How, Sway? How? How? Because you ought to destroy one of the villages of the Yvmvse and the Wale or Punta Calago? Only one village? But yet, they said, oh, we found them down there in La Florida. We found them in St. Augustine. We found them in Maceiolo. We found them down there in Dan County. We found them down there in Pensacola. Tampa, Tallahassee. All by Lake Opeetokie. But yet, we still exist. Right. One village that held both nations. We are the unconquered. Unlike y'all that was pushed out to Oklahoma. I told you before, don't do it. I told you that, but you don't want to listen. And you know what the old folks say? A hard head make a soft ass. So now you got to get that ass whipped.
Right. And he needs to remove the first part of his name. We
No.
gonna
No, I talked to NY about that. He said no, his family is Turtle Clan too. That's why he got the Turtle Clan Midwest, because he Midwest.
I'm gonna refer to him as Midwest troll. That's what I'm gonna refer to him as. We need the real Turtle Gang NYC on here, because this is fuckery foolery. It's just distension, to cause division.
Right,
That's all.
cousin L. Right, cousin L. Right, cousin L. You absolutely true. Right? Because even over there on the Sinetta show, they didn't know. Well, if you got the Indians being black and the Africans being black, but yet in South Carolina, they said that the Negro population shot sky high, right? In South Carolina, in Beaufort, South Carolina to be exact, because they said that was the Mecca, in other words, of the Black Indians. Right. But this like Turtle Gang NYC told him, you don't know nothing about the Southeast. And he don't. He don't.
Right. He should be on here asking questions, like even nephew said last time. He should be the student asking questions and learning instead of trying to challenge when he don't even have a dog in the fight, basically.
You know what? Fuck all that. I'm going to say this. Why y'all in Comanche territory? Why y'all in Comanche territory? Why you not back in your so-called own land? Why you over there in the Comanche territory? Let's do that. Why you in the Comanche territory? Because Oklahoma was the homeland of the Comanche. That was the homeland of the Comanche. Because even in your own migration story, bro, dealing with your red book, it says that when y'all furthermore, hold on. Wait. Let's do this. Let's do a little sneak preview, right? Like me and my nephew was talking everything. Hold on. If y'all was to cross east of the Mississippi, y'all asked to have permission to cross over, and then the chief saw how many people y'all had and whipped y'all ass, and y'all had to go back across the Mississippi on the western side, and y'all had to have counsel and regroup and everything, because y'all say that y'all trying to get to the land that's supposed to be empty. Well, how y'all know that it was empty on the other side? How did y'all find out about that? How did y'all find out about that? How did y'all find out about that? If y'all supposed to be the first ones, what y'all doing asking somebody else for permission to pass through their territory? We was whipping y'all ass so bad down here, y'all had to call the Iroquois to come help y'all. And then after that fight, y'all was the same ones that came down and helped the British to enslave the Southeastern tribes and sent them to the British Isles down there in the Caribbeans. The Iroquois, the Lenape, the Westos. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. I see why you so happy to say that you federally recognized.
He made it by the hair of his chinny chin chin.
But all it wasn't no fun when the rabbit got the gun when we came back on y'all ass. And I know you're gonna have a lot of people, oh, that's not the native way. That's not a man, we the hey, say what you want. You came with the foolishness and we give you the energy back. I'm an Aries. I'm gonna give you back what you want.
And I mean, and this channel is dedicated to spreading the truth and bringing up facts. But he wanted to bring trollism and foolery and fuckery to our channel. So
He just told him this what he said about the five civilized tribes had slaves. Well, that was the white sticks. That was those that was with the Lenape and the Iroquois and them dealing with the Muskogee. But hey, who am I?
what happened? Nephew
My
was on
nephew,
here.
my nephew was trying to come on.
Yeah, he disappeared. Come back.
So since he trolled, he can go ahead on and take the video and he can go run into his people. Because one thing about it, I ain't running from that nigga, from their mom or their paw or their greedy grandma. You heard me? That part.
Yep, and I ain't running. I got a whole arsenal behind me spiritually. So they really don't want no funk.
That part. This time on T nephew, what's going on with you, baby?
Peace, nephew.
Chi, greetings to the panel. How y'all doing?
What's going on, nephew? You already know me, man. I got the Aries fire.
Yeah, I don't know why he came to the swamp playing with these big cats. Like the cat don't run the jungle. I don't know what he got going on.
Yeah,
But
he don't know the big cats crack turtle shells.
but I noticed he stopped commenting once he actually found out. We know that story for real. And it's not just something that was read. This is hours of work, Pa. You know what's going on. We have
Yeah, nephew.
hours of work on this. And for him to be disrespectful, for him to be a troll, and then not know what predicament he literally just put his nation in, that let me know that he shouldn't be a leader at all. That's very compromising, right?
Right.
Um that you will say you came from Asia. You will say that you conquered the people of the East. You will say that you were promised land in the Far East. You're saying all of this. And what did you do? Right? What did they do? Everywhere they touched, they came with war. Everyone they met with war. they didn't have any other thought on their mind for the simple fact
But
that they
war.
said what their elders said that they were gonna come with war, not food. They didn't come looking for just new land. They said we're gonna come destroy the land.
That's in their writings.
Wow. And he not coming on here spewing that shit.
So now you got to really ask the question: what is it that he trying to hide? What is he trying to hide?
Nah, dude, no, he played. That's really what's going on. Because to troll like that, to send someone so much information about your nation because you think they're a pretender, is really going to show you uh to be exactly what you were trying to make someone else to be, right? Um, never did we didn't want to do this. This is not something that we wanted to do. I'm trying to find the words for this, right? What's going on with you? The thing is, this is not something we intended to do. He wanted this.
He wanted that, right?
And he stepped, and like Unc said, you stepped in the ant pile barefoot in the fucking summer. I swear, like
With no
you
alcohol.
played. What you
With
played,
no alcohol.
you played. And what's most tragic about this is, in their migration story, literally talks about the fall of our great empire. So who are we dealing with for real?
Hmm.
In their migration story, they give us the word Mississippi. So who does that era truly belong to? What are we
Right.
really talking about for real? He ain't big enough to have this conversation. That's why he stopped talking. Somebody told him to shut up. Only people who tell me to shut up is my mama and my auntie.
Right.
Cause I put the link up there. He ain't every time I put the link up there, he don't never come on.
He bet
But
not,
yet,
because I'm gonna ask him to translate his own book. If you really Lenape, translate that book for us. Show us what you agree with. Show us what you disagree with, so we can get on that ass about what you disagree with too. Because if the book is wrong, why in the hell don't y'all have your own book about y'all migration story?
right.
Where y'all own shit at?
Yeah, he quiet, and I didn't even block him or put him in timeout. He quiet.
Nah, he
Man,
did it to
he
himself.
listen. That man know if it get too hot, if nigga gonna send his ass back to that snow, man.
Where he can cool off. Where he can cool
Hey,
off in the
hey,
snow.
Pa. Hey, them niggas so treacherous. They said they waited till the water froze to cross over. Man, them
Right.
niggas is gangsters. They said we gonna travel in the snow. Fuck that. We don't want no boats. We gonna walk through this bitch. That's literally what.
No, bro. And then another thing is they had a pole. They had a pole that was rattling. They took
Uh-oh.
a motherless child and struck the pole to stop it from rattling. You took a
Mm-mm.
motherless child.
They took a baby and struck
A
it against a
baby.
pole.
It killed it to stop the
Mm-mm.
pole from taking.
And this is in
Who
their
do that?
migration story.
Yeah, that's in their creation story.
This
That's
is
in their
in their
migration story.
story.
It's in their migration.
Them and the Muskogee.
Damn.
They was together. That's why I say when they got to that thundering mountain, they was doing some freaky shit, man.
Don't
That's
that sound, don't that
they was
sound familiar?
they was doing some freaky stuff, man.
hey, do y'all got a screenshot? Cause people are let's put the book source so people can look in their independent time.
We'll have that done. We'll have that done 3 months from now.
Oh yeah, they got it.
They gonna have
We
to
could,
pay for that.
hey, you could drop, you know, you could drop a snippet, but I know Pa trying to build it up. Pa ready, Pa
Yeah,
ready
Yeah,
to build it up.
can't stand no more.
but
We
I
about
mean,
to
y'all
catch
just
Say
see a
less.
mouthful. People gonna want a source for that shit. Like let's
and
read.
that's why we giving them a taste. So if they really want it in 3 months, they'll pay for it.
Facts.
Okay.
Actual facts.
All right. I like that.
That's right. That's right. We give you a sample. Where the sample tastes good, you gonna want the whole full course meal and the fucking dessert and a red wine with that bitch.
Yeah, they
He's
listen.
serving turtle soup.
He played because
Okay.
there's no way you're posting this book, and I'm speaking for the nation. I'm speaking at their totality, right? There's no way all of y'all are posting this book and then disagreeing with it in the public, but then opening it and reading it as if it's your story. That's psychotic, right? That's
Yeah, that's the
psychotic.
Bible.
Like auntie, man, somebody talking to you, tell you everything they want to do for you. You like, damn, shit, you ain't do this in 3 months. Hey, oh, you can't say that in public. Wait, what you mean, my boy? But you said that you was gonna do this. You ain't do it. That's what's going on.
Wow.
See, what he failed to realize is he must not watch Lil Boosie. See, y'all niggas up north and Midwest and everything, y'all want to rap battle. In the South, we don't battle. We take a nigga out.
Facts. Yeah.
And that's what's about to get ready to happen. We taking you out.
And he giving the Midwest a bad name because I'm from the Midwest.
Hey, matter of fact, speaking on that, ain't the Turtles of Midwest took that land from the Giants? Oh,
Yeah.
I said too much.
Yeah. Yeah.
Them people thieves, man. That man a thief, man. I ain't saying no more. Listen, they
Right.
not ready. They the real WABOs. I tell you that much.
Right. 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 See, if we didn't love y'all, we didn't even put that information out there.
Oh man, listen. These are just snippets. The detail is going to be much more beautiful when we actually detail it and show you everything that goes into this. When they can't hide from their own language, because if they speak their language, they can't disagree with what's been put down.
Right. Right. Because the lady that he was always bragging on and boasting about, she was the one that actually got a person who was a historian, and they translated their red book for 20 years.
Right. Right.
She was the one that commenced it.
Right.
So yeah, that part.
Yeah, so you're not finna play. Yeah, you can't get around that. You definitely can't get around that.
There's no mountain high, there's no valley low, and there's no river wide. Cause baby, there ain't no mountain high enough.
Hey, I ain't gonna
They
lie.
keep getting to you, babe.
Yeah, them people crazy. See, like
Oh,
it's like this, right? Imagine going on the video in front of damn near 3,000 people telling them you're from Asia. And I got an uncle that's on video that's telling me that my family has always been in this specific place. And then that there, you get what I'm saying? And detail it so perfect that it literally matches the story from the people here, right? They say what? That they come from Asia. My uncle don't say that. They would
Right.
say that, oh, their beings put them in the water and they came on land at Turtle Island. And at Turtle Island, it was so much war. And then there was a flood. So they had to leave and go to Snake Island. So they
Right.
left on the boat. All this extra, this is what they saying. This is their
Right.
story.
Right.
My uncle say, well, God gave us who we are. Since the beginning of time, we always had Indian family right here in Georgia. That's two different people. So who's really the original American? Who's really the indigenous American? You
But see,
migrated to the
he don't want to talk about that, but yeah, he want to say that he's the grandfather, but you don't want to talk about who's the first.
like and that's the thing. You're the grandfather of who? And then when we find out the Algonquin speakers, it's like, okay, now when you say the Yvmvse were the grandmothers, hey, if you got a grandma, grandma got a granddaddy, you damn sure wasn't them.
Mm.
That's how we know. See, we know, right? We know. Even Wale today had a sit down about what really was going on, because there are those who are more fatherish, right?
Mm-hmm.
That had to understand the social system and the clan system is what made our society in the East whole. When they got a hold of it, they got rid of the social system because their warriors were their leaders. So they didn't care about peace. They didn't care about economics. It was, you gonna do this or we gonna get on that ass.
Right. At least we show mercy.
Yeah, at least we show, and then and it's like we show mercy, and in that mercy it was vengeance. But I'm gonna tell you, it came at a point where when they did what they did and those people washed up on our shores, that was it.
Right.
That was it. Because for them to have the numbers that they had, they
So
crossed at the north of the Mississippi. They crossed in the middle of the Mississippi. They crossed at the south. And when they made it cross the north, they went all the way to New York, New Jersey. They made it cross that middle. They crossed the Tallapoosa, the coastal. They made it all the way to central Georgia. They crossed the south. They made it all the way to the Chattahoochee and all the way to the coast. So we had to fight these people from the Mississippi all the way to the coast. And we held on to the coast until the Europeans came.
Right.
So when they say they're the grandfather of the invader tribes that are prominent today.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
They and we would say invader because it's our shit, right, Auntie? They
Right.
would say expansion.
Hmm.
Or immigrant, as they say.
Yeah. Invader, immigrant, all that shit.
And the thing is, it's immigrant with an E because they were outsiders.
Right.
They weren't even called migrants or in migrants, those that are migrating within the same land. I'm from Miami, I can migrate the Broward, right? But e-migrant means I'm coming from Cuba to Miami. That's what they was doing.
Mm.
Right.
In so many ways, they came across the ice, they came on boats, all type of shit. They did what they did. But it's a whole everything. It's going, this is just pieces. Like I said, we already got a 3-hour preliminary. So that means that we got to break those 3 hours down into 30 minutes apiece. So, so much information.
Well, I can't wait. Shit. And I'm sure the people, they can't wait to hear the full thing since y'all just giving us little snippets and teasers. But I think y'all got a mouthful, a earful of weather.
So now he can go ahead. He can go ahead on and go run to his elders. He can go run to them.
He gonna be like, y'all, listen to this. This is what they got. Not even knowing. You tried to dodge the jab and I got hit with a hook. I played.
Nah, bro. It got knocked fuck out like Debo. You got knocked the fuck out.
Yeah, he quiet. He gone now.
Nah, he ain't going. He's still in there.
No, I'm just saying he ain't got no comments present.
Yeah. You done found out who was really.
I had to block.
True. Excuse me though. I do want to say, this I enjoyed this, right? I definitely enjoyed this.
Thank you, nephew.
Thank y'all for
Yes,
letting me on here tonight because he needed to hear a different voice, right? And it's crazy. I said I was gonna take off my war helmet and put on my headdress, but somebody told me to just tighten my chin strap. So yeah, we're gonna get in that ass. If you look at that map, that's on my picture for anybody before I do leave, I want to let them know that when you study the ceramics, when you actually study this Southeastern culture, those two places are what branched off into what we know now as the Mississippi. And it was a part of that system when those Muskogee people came in, right? A lot of our Chitopa cousins, they were also known as the people of the Southern Edge, right? And our cultures, with our Yvmvse cousin cultures that were in the interior, they need to be studied under a real microscope, because that'll show you what culture was like before people ushered in what was called the Nami-Si Sipu. Right? Because all of us are not originally from Fish River. And all of us didn't. I'll leave it at that. I gotta go, man. I gotta go. I want to get on him. That's what I'm saying. I want to get on him, but I want that bread. So I'm a vibe. You know what I mean? I need that. Like, I need that to continue this research because we doing this research off of phones. Imagine doing it and then, okay, damn, we got enough to actually get laptops. We got to actually, we can actually go, you know what I mean? So that's what it's really about for me. It's like, you know what? Let's put this together. That way we can actually do more. You know what I mean? Because we deserve it. Y'all do this every week. Y'all definitely deserve it. I don't know why y'all don't put y'all Cash App up there. Somebody gonna drop $2. You know what I'm saying? $5, something like that. But I tell people, you ain't gotta pay me, just pay attention. But sometimes it's okay to make sure that your teacher's straight. You know what I mean? So I just lead them with that. Love y'all. See y'all later.
All right, love you
Love
too.
you too. Love you too, nephew. See you too. Yeah, OCO. Lambert, what's happening, nephew? But yeah, that's what had to be said and done. You know what I'm saying? He came on the wrong podcast talking about who's a rebel. I know my culture, I know my heritage.
Is he looking in the mirror? Shit. Yeah. Anybody else want to join in?
Look, they was traveling to the east to find the sun while we already had it. They were traveling to the east to find the sun. We already had it. heard me, nephew? They was going east to find the sun while we already had it. Oh shit. Mm-mm-mm. Bro, don't complain over here, man. It's not safe for you. It's not safe. It's not safe. Oh,
Yeah, it's been an interesting night. We only been on here what? Let me see. An hour and 26 minutes. Does
okay.
anybody have any questions or comments in the chat? Anybody want to come in?
Anybody want to come in? Anybody got any questions or comments? Right. You did it to
Yeah,
yourself. Oh, about why people are being called WABOs. Why people are being why why people are calling other people WABOs. You know what I'm saying? That's the topic for the night. And and the Aboriginals, the people of that community, they're the ones that's basically responsible for that because they don't know their culture, they don't know their heritage, they don't know their language, they they don't know the creation story, they don't know the migration story. So when people ask them that, then they just like a deer in the headlights while driving down a dark highway. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. My nephew a real deal. Peace, cousin Hosiola. I'm trying to get it to where people can be on point with their stuff. You know what I'm saying?
exactly. This is why we're here. Well, they quiet. I guess that they got an earful. Yeah,
Whatever nation you say you're a part of, go get that culture, go get the language,
learn.
creation, the migration story. Don't make up nothing off the whim. If they hear you say that, you say you're of their nation and you're their kindred, they will put you in your place.
Yeah, learn your spirituality and culture.
No,
Exactly.
but we did have a Lenape, a Delaware Lenape, Turtle Game Midwest came on here with that foolishness, So he had to get served some humble pie. But just like I said, I'm gonna spank your ass with love. I ain't got no I ain't got no hatred towards you. But one thing you gonna learn, you ain't gonna come over here and play with me. You're not. In no shape, form, or fashion.
Yeah, this should be a dialogue, a discussion, learning, sharing knowledge, not all the trolling and fuckery.
I keep telling people it ain't good to troll. You'll come across that Billy Goat Gruff. That was one of my favorite stories, Billy Goat Gruff. You can fuck with the other two little ghosts, but bitch, I'ma deal with you. Oh, that's funny. Mm-mm-mm.
Yeah, it is. All right. And anything else? You want to share, cuz? Anybody have any last minute? I got the link on the screen. Anybody want to join at the last hour?
Oh yeah, well, thank you for tuning in. And you can go back and listen to the replay. You know, it'd be very interesting to you.
Yeah. Well, cuz, what's
and I'm
up?
just I'm just shooting my shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm just shooting my shit. I'm having fun. You know what I'm saying? So they're gonna be like, oh man, he used a lot of profane words. Yeah, it's unholy.
Well, this is a real podcast.
But
Like,
you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth, though. Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? Oh, why you do it to yourself?
oh my goodness.
Oh yeah, Wally World, yeah, Wally World, Wally World, Wally.
Yeah, thank y'all for tuning in. Um,
Tune in
it's
on tomorrow. We
yeah,
got we got part two of part one that was done 2 weeks ago. So it's gonna be speaking about why the Indians was called Negroes or Black or whatever terms they want to use. So yeah, that's that's the thing showing what the colonists and them said. And people in them actually have a problem with the colonists calling us Negroes or Black or Tony or Swarthy.
yep, swarthy. Don't forget about copper color.
Oh, they even called us Redskins. Greetings. They even called us Redskins, right? And when you look up copper tone, it means Redskins.
hmm Yeah, make sure y'all start from the beginning and watch the replay of the live. Those tuning in now. We winding down.
And you know what? And I'm not gonna treat the podcast like everybody else do when they say keep on being like ministers in the church. The Lord said to give an offering. Give an offering. Go to the cash app. I can do that, but I'm not gonna do that. If the information is good to you and it resonate with you, you know what to do, man. You know
Right.
what to do. I'm not gonna ask you for a motherfucking thing.
Hey, y'all can check out the merch, but y'all can support by buying some merch.
Yeah, that part. You know, you know.
Yep, we appreciate y'all tuning in. Yeah.
But the thing about it, Michael, Christopher Columbus wasn't lost though. Oh, you said the last. This book called Christopher Columbus was the last from. Is it supposed to be last or lost? Because I see you got the A right there. It's supposed to be lost from 200,000 BC to 1492. Supposed to be lost. Is it last or lost? Because it said last right there. Or it's supposed to be lost. Which one? Or that was a typo.
Yeah, I think it's supposed to be lost.
Yeah, Christopher Columbus was at loss. That motherfucker knew exactly where he was going. He had a map.
And he had some people helping him too.
Right.
Mm.
In Spanish, he was the El Capitan. All right, he said last, not most. Last.
Oh, okay.
Yes, it last.
All right. Well, what's up, cuz?
So nobody want to come and join us before we get off, or what? What's up?
No, I'm gonna share the link again. Anybody want to join in the conversation? Enter our sacred circle with comments and
Even
questions.
if you gotta get on and say, I really appreciate the show. I learned much from y'all. Give you gratitude on how you think about the show. With your likes and your with dislikes. So, your put and your inputs. You know what I'm saying? Because we here for y'all. This is what we do. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
I guess nobody has any questions or comments. So you want to say
Well,
our
once again, we thank y'all from
yes.
taking your Friday night, the light and time with us. You know what I mean? We really appreciate that. And hopefully y'all appreciate us as well. You know, tell a family, tell a friend, tell them to come on in.
Yes. Yeah.
He said they all like about it's too short. That was the rapper right there, too short. Oh, yeah.
Make sure
Yeah,
y'all tune in tomorrow, 9:30 Central Standard Time.
same bat time, same bat channel, but that's on different date. So we see you tomorrow. Peace.
Peace.